What's a guilty pleasure you hide from your significant other?
Staying up late for peace and quiet. Sometimes I take the long way home and talk to myself in the car about my problems, like self-therapy. I put one earbud in so people think I could be on the phone. I get quite animated. It helps to get a stressful day out of my system before I get home and switch gears. I don't know if this is a guilty pleasure necessarily, but I pretend to be asleep when he comes home from work because he always kisses me on the forehead. Every time I go on a late-night grocery run, once or twice a month, because I work nights, and my wife forgot to grab whatever, I add a 70-cent Mexican soda to the cart. It is just for me. It is something my dad used to get me on especially long days when I was a kid, helping him on job sites. It is my tiny reminder of him that the supplies for my hobbies are more expensive than I tell him. I work out to Britney Spears. COVID has messed it up for a bit now. But every 3 or so months the boys and I all get up like we are going to work at our respective jobs. But instead I'll call in sick and meet for breakfast. Then go back to our one buddy's place for the day to hang out. Around 4 or 5 one by one we all head home for our normal arrival time. It's literally the only way for us all to get together reliably. Most of us have known each other for the better part of 30 years now. Going way back to junior kindergarten for some. Twice I have let her know my plan for the day and twice I have gotten phone calls to come home early for whatever not so emergency. So now we do it secretly. Twinkies. My youngest child is extremely allergic to eggs. So we don't keep products in the house that contain eggs. Sometimes, when I'm desperate for an egg-filled spongy cake, I will grocery shop solo, snag a 2-pack of Twinkies, and indulge in the car before driving home. Then I was my hands and face and mouth in the outdoor sink before going inside to resume mom duties. I have a whole album of unflattering pictures of her. Not really something I hide, but they make me happy. She's so silly yet so beautiful. I talk to myself all the time. I'm basically my best friend at this point. So whenever we go on dates, on my way home I just recap for myself the whole thing in details as if I was telling a friend how the date went. Whenever I'm happy or sad about something he did, said, I just record myself on Snapchat explaining everything in my point of view and just vent about everything. I then save the videos, put them in a secured folder and delete everything off Snapchat. I love knowing that I will always be there for me and if I need someone to talk to, and don't specifically need feedbacks, I can just do it myself lol. If he ever finds out about this secret folder, he would live our whole relationship again from the beginning and from my point of view. And see me ugly cry or simp over him, but yeah, he'd also probably think I'm crazy. Sometimes when he asks me if I've eaten yet, I will lie and say that I haven't because I am a glutton. When I'm alone, I turn on music, get high, like down, and pretend I live a different life. It's something. The high part was only a recent addition when I got a med card. That I have done as long as I can remember. I imagine I'm a character in a fantasy, a romance, action, any and everything. I don't know why I do this, but it has always helped me calm down, recenter myself. Sometimes I'll even get up and dance. I went through some abuse, and I like to think this helps heal my inner child. But I've done it since I was a kid, and it was really the only kid-like thing I could do. Reddit. You are the first to know of this. I'm honestly hoping this gets lost in the sea of replies. But if anyone reads this and does similar PLS, let me know. I know logically I can't be the only person who does this, but sometimes I feel like an absolute weirdo. Like a adult kid playing pretend or something. Reading fanfiction. Honestly, not even steamy stuff, usually just silly little stories with characters I feel familiar with. I'm an academic, so all day long I read all these intellectual articles and books. And I'm expected to have all these clever thoughts. So when I get home, I can't face reading books. So fanfiction it is. I'm weirdly embarrassed to tell though, so I don't. I used to hide my hentai and doujin folder cause I thought she would be upset. She found out and said, "Yeah, I figured as much." It's since become a running joke in the house, haha. My partner has some trauma around food, weight gain. If there is a snack, especially candy, in the house, they cannot help themselves but eat it, and eat all of it in a very short period of time. They then go on a full guilt spiral around eating the treat, and it makes their mental health quite bad for a while, days to weeks. So I have a secret snack stash so that I can eat my treats in moderation. My partner knows it exists, but doesn't know the location. Once every 2 months I take a me day. He thinks I am at work. Work thinks I am homesick. I need the peace and quiet. I'm dying laughing RN. Mine is that when nobody is home I twerk to my music. I know it's strange, but I love feeling sexy when I dance. I'll even practice doing the whole lap dance on a kitchen chair and shit. I've told him repeatedly when we go out dancing that I don't know how to grind, twerk, or do any of that type of dancing. Mostly because in front of people I know I'd look like a total dork from embarrassment. IDK, that's just what I first thought of. Pork rinds. They are addictively good, but mildly embarrassing to eat. I hide out in my car in my neighborhood before arriving home. I'm a stay-at-home mom, but sometimes the weight of the house gets to me. I also loved MoviePass when it was hot. I went and saw a movie alone every week. I saw some pretty bad ones, but I didn't care. I write stories for years now. Some of the times she thinks I'm working on the computer, but I'm actually writing a story. There is nothing to hide, but I just keep it to myself. None of my family members know I write stories. Till today I have written 56 stories. Most of them are short.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.